Okay, back to the story. Yeah, chi magic. I don't. How does it work? Chi magic.
Yeah, I'm still trying to get over the fact that the Emperor was freaking Jet Li, and none of us realized it.
I knew he was in the movie. I just didn't know which part he played.
He was the goddamn Emperor. We stared at him for like 10 minutes in the movie, and we never realized it was him.
To be fair, he had that big Fu Manchu beard on.
Yeah, but still, I mean, come on, it's Jet Li. We should have recognized him. How did I not recognize him? Uh,
Man, I still
but
can't believe not one natural disaster.
yeah.
I'm lucky. Either
Well,
lucky or
all you need to do is open up a little pharmaceutical company to get berries and have King Kong Godzilla come in. There will be your disaster.
there we go.
That works, right?
Oh yeah. I mean,
Uh,
I could always cause my own disaster.
that's true.
Where's the disaster? Right here.
It's like your citizens have pissed you off, so time to get a disaster going.
Yeah. Well, I used to cause too many disasters, but
Oh yeah, I know.
oh jeez, gee, Matt, god dang. I don't know. Again, I hate to beat this dead horse, but I don't know why we've been trying to. Why the media? Why? Yeah, pretty much everything in the media been trying to move more towards a feminist type agenda. I'm not even one of those tinfoil hat type individuals who go everything's moving towards a feminist agenda, but even I
It
can't
does seem
deny.
it.
Yeah, even I can't deny some like a lot of the stuff coming out. Yeah, I agree. Girl power, women been pretty much shitted on in a lot of the media, but I mean, Mary Sue's are not good characters
No, I mean,
No.
and especially with, see, that's my issue is that Mulan is already a really good, strong female character.
and a good story. You don't need to
Yeah,
change it.
she was someone you could always get behind because Mulan. I mean, the whole point of Mulan was that she was protecting her father because she didn't want him to die. And in the new movie, they completely screw that over. I mean, she exposes herself, completely dishonoring, screw her father's honor, the whole reason she left in the first place just to be who she is. And that's not the story of Mulan. Mulan was about a girl who got in way over her head for a good reason and then learned to be a badass through training. And that's what made her so inspirational was that she showed like girls that, hey, through hard work, you can become a badass too. Which,
Which is an actual good message.
yeah, that's an excellent message. And, it's kind of like the argument between Batman and Superman. You know, Batman, for instance, it's like with Superman. Superman is like just basically the perfect superhero. Like, but there is no way in hell you can become Superman. You
And I
can
mean,
train your ass off, and you will never become Superman.
and
You
I mean
could
that
though.
that kind of always been the point of Superman. Is he's
Yeah,
supposed to be the ideal what we all strive to become, while
yeah,
his major story element have supposed to be how do he be a good individual,
yeah, and
living
that's
among
characters.
civilian.
Superman is the ideal that we all strive to become, even though we can never reach it. Batman is the person we could come and we could actually work to. But the thing about Superman is, even though he's the ideal we can't reach, he's a likable character. He's not like got his head shoved so far up his ass that we can't stand him. He doesn't feel that he's better than everyone else. In fact, he most of the time wants to be like everyone else. And he's literally a god who wants to be human, and that's why we sympathize with him more.
I
And that's
think
the point.
Disney's Hercules.
If you're gonna make a Mary Sue character, they have to be likable. They have to be. You have to sympathize with them. You have to actually enjoy their character. Actually look at them and say, "Wow, they've got all these amazing powers, but they're really good and great and nice, and I want to be around them." Not like, "My God, he's got all these powers. He's such an asshole." And that's where Milan failed, is that she was not a likable character
Well, see, kept
at all.
brood all the time.
Yeah, and I mean, and I don't even know what the hell was going on with her love interest.
I mean,
Like, was it
You
even
know,
a
love
love
interest that
interest? It was
seemed to
just,
just show up at the very end of the movie.
I don't even know if that was a love interest.
I don't know if it was love interest. Like, for all I know, it could have been her long lost brother.
At this
I mean,
point,
the amount of chemistry they had. And again, Mulan's original actress who made a cameo in the movie was basically one of the harem girls.
And
I had a
what
10-second cameo.
and what got me was, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't the oh my goodness, look at all these freaking ambulances.
I was just saying, what the hell did you do?
I didn't do shit. Holy crap. But I actually want to see where they all go. Oh, okay, they're all just going to these neighborhood. But if I'm not mistaken, isn't the woman who played the mercenary in The Mandalorian the voice of Mulan?
Oh yeah, that's her.
So it's like they actually nailed her character. I'm actually was proud that she got to play a actual positive female role model. That's a killer mercenary because that was far better than Mulan.
Oh yeah, no. Well, she also is in Agents of Shield as well as a strong, badass female. But I know you didn't watch that show, right?
No, I never
Yeah,
got to see Agent of Shield.
that was where I knew her from when I saw her when we watched the scene for the
Mandalorian.
the
Scene.
Luke Skywalker scene. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, no.
I looked at it and I was like, "Isn't that
Yeah, that's her.
Agent May from?" Okay,
Yeah, and again, that's the voice. That's the original voice of Mulan.
I didn't even know that, but yeah.
Yeah, I did happen to know that. I forget why I knew that, but I did know that. And yeah, that's the original Mulan. And again, I think she did an excellent job as Mulan. I mean, hell, I think I would have been happier if they just recast her.
Yeah, I would prefer
Yeah.
that.
I mean, I don't even know anything about that. Again, I loved how the new girl, she was trying to pass off as a guy, and yet you could still evidently tell that she had blush.
I mean, holy crap! If you think that's a guy, then I feel bad for the guys of Japan. I mean, not Japan, China, because it's like, holy hell.
I think even China was insulted. It's like, come on, do you really think any of us are mistaking her for a guy? I mean, I took one look at her. I'm like, no.
I would almost be a little bit. If I were Chinese, I would be a little bit offended, called a little bit of racism at that point.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, I'm sorry, but I mean, at the very least, if they were gonna try to make that work, they should have at least not had her wear blush and freaking lips and freaking like light lipstick, because you guys saw in the movie she was wearing freaking blush when she was supposed to be dirty. Like her cheeks were clearly blushed up, and I'm just like, really? We're already having a hard enough time believing that she's been mistaken for a guy, and you're gonna blush her up.
Well, what got me was the fact that see, like her feature, like with the original animation, you could kind of dress it up to make the character. Give all the characters the same essential face or bone structure to make it look more believable. And when you put on the helmet and the armor and you draw all of that onto the character, it's a little bit more believable that she looked like a he because of the animation. With
like,
this,
if she had shown up in a helmet in the movie, it would have been a bit more believable.
not even with this, because Archimage, how, like, you're the artist out of all of us. You can actually see people's facial structures and recognize and pick out detail from there.
Oh yeah, male and female especially, because despite what a lot of people like to say, there's a big difference between a male facial structure and a female facial structure, which is bigger. It's bigger to me because, like you said, artist, but it is still there.
So, like, you can see, you probably easily spy out, Mulan's female.
Oh, yeah.
Because, you could have probably been, like, half blind with, like, pepper in your eye, and you could have still made it out.
Oh yeah, like I could have been like I could have had freaking pepper spray in my eyes, and I still would have gone. That's a woman.
But
that is a woman.
And see, for me, how bad I am with facial structures, and for me to even say I can see just from facial structure alone, that's a female, or if that's a male, that's the most effeminate male face I've seen.
Yeah, which there are men with effeminate
faces.
Even that was she was
but
too
that's
effeminate
pushing
even
it.
for that.
That's pushing it.
Yeah, I mean, they basically grabbed a supermodel where they would have been better if they grabbed kind of a tomboy first. Because
well, yeah, if they're gonna make her be freaking superhero Mulan.
Yeah, I mean, if they grabbed a tomboy, maybe it would have been a bit more believable. But I'm betting the actress couldn't even lift a sword. I mean, maybe that's unfair towards her, but like, you gotta admit, she did not look like the I played sports when I was a kid type.
Oh no.
No.
I mean, she honestly, she looked like she'd be like 90 pounds soaking wet.
And that brought.
But you know, maybe that's just. I mean, to be fair, they said the same thing about Gal Gadot at first.
Oh, for Wonder Woman.
Yeah, even though you know she's a frickin' Israeli and like probably could kill any one of us in 2 strikes.
Well, one thing I think of, the woman who played the Marshall from Cara Dune from The Mandalorian. She's actually the perfect build for any of the. Well, because she's an MMA fighter, but.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I mean, she's a great build because. I mean, I would not want to. Well, it depends on what type of messing with her, because there's one I'd be up for and one I'd be a little hesitant for. Hey, I like tough girls. So that's not a secret. Which again,
that's fair.
Mulan was such a bummer because, like, I mean, I like the original Mulan. I think it's a lot of fun. I mean, I don't know anybody who flat out hates the original Mulan.
I'm sure people exist, but I've never heard.
I mean, there's a reason it has such a huge following of fans.
Yeah.
And the people who hate it, I feel like they're just like non-fun people who don't know the meaning of a good time.
Probably.
One thing that
I mean, the only reason I'm indifferent to it is because I just don't remember watching it as a kid, and I can't really remember any of it. But I think that's the only reason I'm indifferent to it. I don't hate it by any means.
Oh, see, I thought you were gonna say I'm a little bit sick of it because of what our old job used to be and who we used to have to show it to all the time.
I don't even remember having to show it.
Oh, I had to.
I know you probably did.
I had
don't
to
remember
multiple
that much,
times
I
for
didn't
my.
do that many of those events. Where I had to do
Yeah.
stuff like that.
See, I did a lot of those events. And
You
I
did
had
a
to
lot
show
more
it.
of those than me, so that's all on you.
You know, it's funny. You guys know I went to other martial arts besides that one. The previous 2 I went to before I joined the one where I met you guys, they also had camps and they showed Mulan most of the time too.
Yeah.
That's not surprising.
All the time. The pinnacle martial arts movie.
Well, it's mainly because it's a G-rated film. It's made by Disney, so you know there's not gonna be a parent out there who's gonna say, "Don't show my son that Disney movie."
Yeah, no one's gonna go against Mulan.
And then Mulan had came out long before Kung Fu Panda.
That's true.
Because Kung Fu Panda became the number 2 of what we've shown in those types of camps.
Yeah, Kung Fu Panda's a fun movie. Though
And it's a good movie.
It took me a while to warm up to Kung Fu Panda just because of Jack Black.
Okay, I figured that would be the case.
I'm not a big fan of Jack Black, but I have to admit he did excellent in those movies.
Oh no, well yeah, because they let him play Jack Black playing the panda.
Yeah, and you know he wasn't so obnoxious in the movies. I don't know. A lot of his other stuff, he's really obnoxious.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's just my personal opinion. Although I really did like him in Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle. So maybe it's just I haven't seen him in really good movies that often.
I do have to ask you guys this because you saw The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
And for the Zed, I know you haven't seen all of it, but you got a good enough glimpse.
The only bit I've seen was when you showed me the Luke Skywalker.
Yeah.
You forget I don't have Disney Plus.
Yes, so you haven't seen it, but you at least saw one of the best scenes from it.
Yes.
And I think did I show you the Boba Fett scene as well?
Yes.
Yes, you did.
So you at least get an idea of how good it was compared to the movies. In terms of action scenes, at least.
Yeah, because it actually made sense.
They actually...
You forget, I am someone who will never let force teleporting go.
You know what, Zed? I'm right there with you. Beam me up.
I'm sorry. I am perfectly fine with the force.
You lost your shit in that theater when you saw that.
I'm sorry. I think when I first saw the force teleporting, I legitimately had to question if I was on drugs.
No, you legit lost your shit because I was sitting next to you and you were like, "Wait, I'm sorry. What? When was this a thing?"
No, because I'm sorry. If that was a thing, that would have been very helpful in any of the previous 6 movies.
See, that was like the only good thing about seeing The Last Jedi is that while they didn't do force teleporting in The Last
They
Jedi, they
hinted.
hinted at it, so I was more prepared for
Well,
it.
no, I think they did do force teleporting in the last Jedi.
Well, no, they did, but remember, they only kind of did a little bit of water teleportation. They didn't do direct teleportation.
Well, I mean, no, actually they did because Luke freaking saw them there and then interrupted them and sent Kylo packing back.
Yeah, but to be fair, you couldn't really tell that was teleportation. You could just say that he saw their connection. I mean, you could argue that.
You could argue that, but yeah, you could argue that without seeing the Rise of Skywalker. But the second you see Rise of Skywalker, you're like, oh no, they had teleported themselves.
Yeah, no, that's why I was kind of going, okay. That's why I was more prepared for it in Rise of Skywalker. It was like, okay, they're gonna do this teleport thing. Okay, I was subconsciously like ready for that.
I was already a little bit frustrated too because the Mandalorian, they brought in force healing, which I felt undermined the whole bloody
Oh yeah,
Anakin plotline.
I mean, I still think bringing back the Emperor undermined Anakin.
Oh no, that completely destroyed his purpose. There's no reason to have Anakin now at that point because it's like the prophecy that the Chosen One's gonna destroy the Sith forever. Well, for 30 years.
Yeah,
and he missed the Dark Acolytes.
Yeah. Apparently.
But to get to the point I was gonna make was there's a big rumor and theory that people are hoping that they are about to essentially write the sequels off as being alternate universe. Because Archimage, I don't know if you remember you never saw Rebels. I don't think either one of you seen Rebels other than me.
I've seen some Rebels.
Oh,
I haven't actually watched Rebels.
They revealed the world between world where basically
I saw that.
Yeah, so you know about the time travel plus how
Ahsoka, yeah.
The big theory that's going around is because remember when we saw Rise of Skywalker, we heard Ahsoka as one of the Jedi voices, which implies that she died. But we saw her alive, during The Mandalorian, which isn't that big of a time skip. So, like, the theory is the version we saw, the sequels, are basically the universe where Ahsoka died and Ezra never saved her. And the Mandalorians taking place in the universe where Ahsoka lived. And
wouldn't be bad.
Well, the thing they're basing this off of is Grogu, because we saw a little bit of Snoke's in the Mandalorian, in the sense that we saw that they were using his blood to build something, and it looked like Snoke, and you heard Snoke theme play when you saw a individual in a jar.
Pretty much.
And then in the I can't remember, in the bloody Rise of Skywalker when we saw all the pickled Snokes. There's no way you could have got enough blood from Grogu to do that, unless you still had him. So the theory that people are working off of is, if Ahsoka never lived, she would never told the Mandalorian how to get in touch with Luke Skywalker. He would never showed up in the season finale to save Grogu, and the Empire would have still had Grogu to keep making, pickle Snokes. But with Ahsoka,
I mean, I'm perfectly fine with them writing it off as this is just something else. You can ignore them.
I can't. I want them to. I don't think they will.
I don't think they will either.
I want them to, because at this point, I think it would be a fitting way to say, yeah, it happened, just in another universe. Far, far away.
There you go. But I mean, I'd be fine with it. I'd be fine with them just doing a series where Sebastian Stan plays Luke Skywalker and they continue with that.
Well, see, that's the problem is many people are saying, like, at this point, you either gotta rewrite the sequels, or you gotta write Grogu as disappearing or dying, because we know what happened to his temple.
Right, yeah.
Well, not only that, but they've already kind of they said that Ben was Luke's first apprentice, but we see him taking Grogu.
Right.
So it's like something's going on. Either they're retconning super hard, which is more than possible, or they got to, well, get rid of the sequels. And apparently, the rumors have always been there's two factions in Lucasfilm. The faction that, the Kathleen Kennedy faction that wanted to do the sequels, and the Lucasfilm faction that wanted to just do stuff like The Mandalorian and everything else, and they've been at odds with each other.
I can see that.
How true that is, I don't know. That's up in the air. I don't work for Lucasfilm.
Right. I mean, it's like you can barely trust the internet.
No, you can kind of tell that there's definitely no unity between Lucasfilm, because there's no way. Like, people got, apparently there was infighting because they had Luke Skywalker in the season finale of The Mandalorian, which I found really stupid. Like, you put in Luke Skywalker, now no one want to read our comic books. I'm like, people will want to read your comic book because Luke Skywalker's in it.
I don't know. I don't know what they're doing anymore.
I just want to have a good Star Wars, and I think I may get it just because at least I got Boba Fett and The Mandalorian. I'm looking forward to Mandalorian Season 3.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like, it almost sounds like Kathleen Kennedy's trying to push her own kind of...
She has.
Yeah, so it's just like...
Completely.
That's where it's kind of this... That's where you can honestly start to believe these conspiracies about, you know, the feminist agenda is just this crap. I mean, it's like...
I mean, you saw The Last Jedi with the mansplaining to Poe.
Yeah.
That felt so out of place.
Yeah, I really did. And that's also what bugs me is that, you know, they're going to do this stuff for action movies. They forget, you know, the people who see action movies the most are guys.
Yeah, it's not feminist.
And while a lot of guys will like strong female characters, we're not going to like strong female characters who basically shit on guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean...
Oh, have no character. Oh, never fails. Oh, they're instantly a goddess at martial art.
Pretty much.
I mean, okay, I'll take back the instantly a goddess at martial art if it's one of those types of movie. Like, I'm talking, like, Arnold Schwarzenegger action flick type movie.
Yeah,
like,
but again, it's got to be likable characters.
Yeah, like Ripley's from Alien vs. Aliens.
Yeah.
Again, but she was a likable character, and most importantly, she wasn't crapping on everybody else.
And she wasn't actually flawless, so Laura Croft. Laura Croft is actually the better example.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because she's fun, at least.
Yeah, I know, but again, the point is you can't have them basically crap on everybody else. I mean, you can't just make her perfect and then have everybody else be bumbling morons that she just has to... They basically make it like that video game where you have to guide the bumbling idiots through an entire maze of monsters. And, you know, while that may be fun to play, that's not fun to watch.
No escort mission is ever fun to fucking play.
There you go. So, that's not even... Right, so that's the problem, and that's the issue with the entire thing. Is like, and honestly, it undermines the very point of feminism in the first place, which was equality.
Yeah, no.
Instead, now what feminism, at least in terms of the most extreme sense, is shift the scale so now it's the other way. And it's like, that's not how that works.
No, it's basically women want to be goddesses. And it's like, no.
No, that's not how this works.
But then you want to bitch when we don't hold the door open for you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
And there was actually someone who was debating this, was like... he was, I forget what the argument was, but he was talking to a feminist, and he was just saying that, you know, he's a father of, like, 2 kids, and he was saying that he, like, teaches his boys that women are supposed to be protected because he feels that, you know, it's a man's duty to kind of protect women. And he was saying, and now, like, women are saying, well, it's wrong for you to do that, or it's wrong for you to even hold open a door for a woman, and yet, you know, if a woman gets abused and men don't help her, well, if you're teaching men that they shouldn't protect a woman because that's against their honor, you can't go out and complain when bad things happen and men don't protect them. You can't have it both ways.
But they
No,
want it both
that's
ways.
completely
I
fair.
know, and it's just like, and they
In
wonder
terms
why
of
they
that
have,
argument specifically, yeah.
yeah, and they wonder why they have that meme that it shows this woman yelling at a guy saying, "You're supposed to hold open the door, pay for dinner, and treat me like I'm special while treating me like an equal." And the guy's just going, "You realize that's not right.
Yeah, that's not how that works.
That's not how that works." To the point where like guys just want to slam the door in girls' faces to go, "Are you happy now?"
It's I don't know. We got too much social justicing and too much PC culture. I never thought there would be too much PC culture, but this is too much PC.
There really is. It's gotten to the point where we're working so hard not to offend anyone that we're letting people believe whatever they want, no matter how untrue it is. And honestly, that's not being polite. That's potentially damaging. Like, I can't go around saying that I'm Brad Pitt because, I could say I'm Brad Pitt.
Wait. You're not Brad Pitt.
No, I'm not.
I'm sorry. I gotta end this friendship then. I thought. I thought you were Brad Pitt this whole. I thought you were Brad Pitt this whole time.
Nice. Thanks. Your friendship means a lot to me too. You're Samuel L. Jackson, right?
Yeah, well, of course I am. Where the fuck would you think I was? The fuck you think I'm not Samuel L. Jackson?
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm gonna be the brutally honest one. You are nowhere near as cool as Samuel L. Jackson. Shut the fuck up.
He got glasses sometimes. He got glasses sometimes. I got glasses sometimes.
You have glasses sometimes. You have glasses all the time.
Okay, you realize I said that to you too once, right?
Which one?
Remember, I said that to you? I said that you weren't as cool as Samuel L. Jackson. And you were like, that actually hurt. You were holding hard.
Ouch.
Like, you missed that, but I said that to him, and he was like, holding his heart, going, that hurts. That actually hurts.
You're right. I'm actually more like Denzel Washington. Oh, that got nothing. That got like.
Are you done giving yourself too much credit?
I can never.
I will give you Stick from Daredevil.
I'm not that blind. Or that white. Wait, which Daredevil?
The show. Come on.
Oh, okay. I thought.
Come on now. You are cool enough to be that Stick.
Okay, I thought. At first, I was thinking the Spider-Man stick for some reason.
There was a stick in Spider-Man?
Yeah. When Daredevil showed up. Yeah.
Oh. Oh, right. I forgot about him.
Yeah, you forgot about him.
Okay, well, clearly he wasn't the one I was talking
Yeah.
about.
Well, yeah, because he was just there in a flashback scene and he didn't say anything.
He did talk. He did have lines.
Oh, did he? I don't remember them.
Yeah, he did have lines because he taught Daredevil.
Okay, fair enough, I guess.
It wasn't that. It was like a one-off line, but yeah, he had a line.
There you go.
Man, I got a lot of garbage trucks in this city. A lot of shit coming from Mulan's bullshit hill.
What the hell did you put in our bullshit hill anyway?
Oh, you know, people.
They're all the people that liked the movie for some fucking reason.
I kind of compacted them together.
Nice. I actually don't know anybody who actually liked the movie.
I mean, it's not a good movie.
How did the critics review the movie?
I think the critics liked the movie, but all the general public hated the movie.
Shit. Okay, I guess I should have figured that out. If fans hate it, critics love it.
Yeah.
I don't get critics. Like, most of the time, critics are
bad.
Critics have weird freaking tastes.
Well, most of the time,
because critics want to see something quote unquote different, and so you give them one thing that is slightly outside of what they would expect, and they're like, "It's the best thing ever," and it's like, "You're a fucking idiot."
I'm starting to think that's it because, like, I I mean, I didn't see a few movies because critics said they were terrible, and like I regret not seeing. Like I went back later to watch them on TV or something, and like I regretted not seeing them because I've
This
listened.
is why, to me, I ignored critics always, and I was just like, if a friend of mine tells me that it's awful, then it's awful.
Yeah, like that's what I do. I ignore critics. I see a movie that I want to see. Like I will ignore critics, and unless like if I have a good friend tell me, okay, this is gonna be awful and you're gonna hate it. Like okay, you know what? They know me pretty well. They're probably right.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I do. So I wouldn't trust critics anymore. I don't trust critics anymore. It's just like because to them, viewing movies is a job, and you're always gonna, no matter how much you like your job, you're gonna hate it a little bit because it is work.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I go with.